where you are, who your friends are.
But then they're all secretive. We've got to jam in these calls, John. You got to come back soon. This has been a great interview. We got 2 minutes here, 5 in the next. Rob in New Jersey, what's your question for John McAfee? Go ahead.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it, and I salute you. I just want to say you're doing a tremendous job with InfoWars. And I count it a privilege to be able to speak with Mr. McAfee.
Well, thank you. We got about a minute.
Sure, yes, sir. Just what you're saying about the polarization of America, concerning the RFID chip, Mr. McAfee, do you see that this RFID chip will be pushed upon all of America? And do you believe that it could possibly be part of the mark of the beast system as talked about in the book of Revelation?
Well, I tend to avoid religion as a subject, and I'm far more concerned with the technology that is already here. We don't need a chip.
If there is a devil, he'd love all this stuff.
That's for sure. The technology that exists with things like the Stingray developed by Harris Corporation, which every police department in America has one. You can drive by a neighborhood and it will pick up every single conversation within a half-a-mile radius, every single one. And it can also push into your phone software that will make everything that you do, every keystroke.
John, stay there. Back in 70 seconds, you can finish your point. New article in InfoWars. Liberals want the Bible banned from Amazon sales.
Thank you,
folks. These are totalitarians. We're in deep trouble. We got to say no to them. And they're weak and pathetic as well. Rob Dew's going to be covering it and playing the video, bleeping out the cuss words. Video, refugees that nobody will take in the Middle East throw rocks at Hungarians and shout F you as they maraud and rob vehicles. Oh, my gosh. I mean, just the trouble of the Middle East being dumped into Europe with the socialists rubbing their hands together. John McAfee, I got cut off by the break. We're taking phone calls. John in Wyoming, you're on the air with Mr. McAfee. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. John, were you at the 2013 NRA convention in Houston?
No, sir, I was not.
You weren't. Well, I'm sorry you missed it. We had some interesting words there where I stood up and told all of the gun grabbers, the Bloombergs and Obamas and Schumers, fill your hand, you SOB. And, of course, I can't say those words on the air. But what I'm concerned about is even the pro-gun movement like the NRA, 4 of their members of the board of directors, J. Kenneth Blackwell, Dan Boren, James S. Gilmore III, who's running for president, and Grover Norquist, 4 of these men are members of the Council on Foreign Relations. So they're undermining our gun rights while claiming to be pro-gun.
I think that's true. Here's my feeling about guns. Yeah, everybody knows I have lots of guns, and I have since I was a boy when my grandfather taught me how to hunt squirrels with a .22. I'm far more concerned with education than what people are, what people have guns.
So would you call for the repeal of the 68 Gun Control Act?
Pardon?
Would you call for the repeal of gun laws?
Well, I would certainly modify them tremendously. I think first and foremost, people should not be allowed to buy a gun if they can't load it properly. They don't know what a safety is, and they've never had one before. I mean, I think that gun safety is very necessary.
No, that makes sense if they wouldn't misuse those laws. Look at how they're misapplying laws. Like a lot of prescription drugs will cause people to go crazy, but I don't think that when they sell these drugs, they can then take people's guns away because they're on prescription drugs, because it'll be misapplied. Yeah. I mean, it's an apples and oranges.
I agree fully. Nevertheless, as I said, my grandfather taught me how to shoot. The very first things he taught me were, when you're climbing a fence, put your gun on the other side first, make sure the safety is on, never point the barrel at anybody. I can't believe the number of people I've seen with guns who wave their guns around, showing them to people while they're loaded. I mean, certain things.
No, I agree, but because those idiots are out there doesn't mean I have to lose my rights. You agree with that?
Oh, absolutely, and they shouldn't lose their rights either. Someone should just sit them down and give them a class and say, look, here's some basic rules about how you use guns. You don't ever point the barrel of a gun at anybody.
Yeah, that'll tell some of these crazy cops that shoot innocent people and give good cops a bad name. Bill, you're on the air real quick from Illinois. Last caller, sorry to the others, but you'll be able to be on with Rob Dew coming up. Go ahead.
Yeah, what advice do you have to kids
do you see a future for our kids since robots and singularity and artificial intelligence is looming on the horizon? What future do you see for our kids?
Well, I think that artificial intelligence is already with us, and to a very large degree, and so is robotics. I think one of the problems that I see in our current government is that they are illiterate in terms of the technology upon which this entire society is based, from our communications to our military hardware, our financial systems. Everything is based on computing and cyber science. And yet you find any congressman or any senator who can talk effectively and reasonably about any of these subjects, and you cannot.
That's right. I mean, isn't the internet just a bunch of tubes?
Well, yeah. So yeah, basically. So it's like not being able to read. So you go to a congressman and say, well, no, I can't read, but I have advisors that tell me what words mean. I mean, it's exactly the same thing. We have to change this world to a point where we need to understand what the foundation of our entire society is based on.
That's right, Maccabee16.com. John, we're out of time. Thank you for giving us the exclusive on the fact that there's been a filing for you to run for president. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon. Rob Dews coming up, hosting the 4th hour with your phone calls and more, and the news we haven't gotten to yet.
Mark Dice here at the beach with a petition asking people to ban the Bible from Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble bookstores to see if these liberal, fascist, anti-First Amendment scum will agree to pulling the Bible from these stores. Excuse me. We're trying to get Amazon.com to pull the Bible. There's a lot of hate speech in there, and we're just trying to gather the signatures to get them to just remove it from the listing. So to support that, just need you to print birth date signature. We're submitting it to Amazon.com and to Barnes & Noble, just to have them remove the Bible from the listing, just to stop hate speech. These Christians don't need to be buying that kind of material these days. Wouldn't you agree?
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, we're just going to get Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com just to stop selling that kind of material. I mean, I guess you could still, if you own one, you could still keep it, I guess. We just don't want any new ones being sold. Thank you for supporting that. To stop with the hate speech and the homophobia, but we need a few more signatures just to make sure that we can ban the Bible from being sold anymore. People don't need to be buying that kind of book these days, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm not sure where these people get this idea that they think they have the right to buy that kind of material, right?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for supporting that. Appreciate that. Just help us fight homophobia, trying to stop with the anti-homosexual hate speech. We're just trying to get Amazon.com.
Who's doing that?
Well, the Christians in their Bible.
Well, I'll sign it right now.
We're trying to get Amazon.com to pull all sales of the Bible. Just print your name there. Print birth date signature to support Amazon.com pulling the Bible. These people don't need to be purchasing that kind of material these days. Wouldn't you agree?
If they want it, they can go get it somewhere
else.
Right.
Not from Amazon. Thank you so much.
All right, you got it.
But we need a few more signatures to help make sure that happens. A lot of people want the Bible delisted from Amazon.com and taken away from the shelves in Barnes & Noble and other bookstores, but we still needed a few more signatures to show the American people are on board with that. Wouldn't you agree? It's time to get rid of that kind of material.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you for supporting that. Appreciate that. Trying to get Amazon.com to stop selling homophobic material like the Bible and other things, but we need a few more signatures to make sure that they delist that. And signature there. Wouldn't you agree it's time the Bible stop being sold around these outlets? Thank you for supporting that.
No problem.
This petition will help to remove the Bible from Amazon.com's listing just to help fight for the New World Order, just to help fight for freedom. Want to help us out here? It's about time we do take these radical measures like this for the New World Order just to help move America forward. Delisting the Bible from Amazon and Barnes & Noble bookshelves, too. We're going to get it pulled from there. Thank you for supporting that. Thank you so much. Help us fight hate speech. We're trying to get Amazon.com to ban the sales of the Bible just to help stop the hate speech.
No, no worries.
Well, I'm not sure why these people think they have a right to buy that kind of material these days. Wouldn't you agree? No. You know what I'm finding interesting is that the people who don't want to sign it are being way too nice about it. No, no, thank you, not today. They have absolutely no spine. And this is why Christians are getting crushed and have been targeted for termination, because they don't have the spine to stand up for their rights or for their beliefs. You know, we don't need that kind of material being sold on Amazon or in stores, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, you can buy it anywhere else.
Somewhere else. Thank you for supporting that ban. We're going to try to get it removed as soon as possible. Thank you.
What?
We're trying to get Amazon.com to pull the Bible to stop selling. Well, just
what's wrong with that?
You know, a lot of the homosexuals are offended by it, and we just feel that it's maybe time to pull it from Barnes & Noble.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
It is.
You got to be kidding me.
I am kidding you, actually. We're doing a hidden camera prank.
Yeah, right.
No, we are. Look over here. Check it out.
No,
don't
stop.
No, there.
Stop. When you're out here trying to get that stuff, that's crap.
No, we're demonstrating how the people will support that.
Yeah, well, it's a bunch of crap.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you what we're doing. It's a First Amendment issue. We're showing how people will violate the First Amendment of the Christians because they're so biased and hateful towards Christians. That's why I told you we're doing a hidden camera prank over here. You're absolutely right. I'm pretending to be a radical liberal to see if they'll sign it, and they are. Yeah, let's ban that. Let's get that delisted. We're just showing how the liberals are so hypocritical that they'll want to take away the First Amendment of the Christians. So it is ridiculous.
All right.
Thank you very much. That's the kind of reaction I've been expecting.
Great.
You know, thank you for being a normal American.
Thanks.
Appreciate that. That's just a sample of the insanity that you'll find on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're a new viewer, and stay tuned for new Man on the Street Monday episodes every Monday morning, where I venture out and talk to the general public.
And that is the latest Mark Dice video. We have it up on InfoWars. Here's the title. Video, liberals want Bible ban from Amazon. Leftists call Bible hate speech that should be eradicated from society. And you saw the evidence right there as the liberals were just ready to sign their rights away. And Mark was right. The people that didn't want to sign it were just like, nah, and just kind of walking away, except that one individual who got really pissed, and you saw it. He was mad. He actually stood up and acted like a normal American, and that's what we need more of. We need more people just stand up and say, look, this is wrong. And here we got Alex Jones with some biting commentary, I'm sure. Alex, how's it going?
I don't mean to get too close, but we are buddies.
Yeah.
I tell you, I had to run in here because that just broke in the last hour. I just read the transcript on here. I hadn't had time to watch it. That made me physically angry. And then that last guy was normal and started bowing up. He's probably not even a Bible thumper. He just realized this is totalitarianism, and he wanted to get away from Mark because he wanted to punch him.
Yeah.
That's a normal response in a free country if somebody wants to tell you your wife can't wear a dress above her knees, like in Germany. No. You don't like our Bible. You don't like our women not wearing hoods on their heads.
Go live somewhere else.
Whatever it is, get out of our way. We're a free country.
Yeah.
And you so-called liberals aren't the liberals. You're a cult of sick freaks. And this is InfoWars 4th Hour Overdrive. That'll be out of this studio for an hour. We're building a whole nother badass studio for the 4th Hour and for the Nightly News right now. That'll be done in the next couple months.
Yep. That's right.
This is the old radio studio, though, and quite frankly, has better audio than the other studios.
Moved in here, January of 2009?
And I want to say that I just kind of made the last-minute decision the other day to move this over here, and the guys haven't even been told that. They did a great job scrambling, CJ and Wes and everybody to get this done. So I want to thank all the viewers out there, too, for helping us. It's a real pleasure to have this operation and be able to show you the hypocrisy. Once they've shut down independent media, they're going to have total control and be able to carry all this out. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And they're going to erase videos like this from the internet. They're going to find anything that is speaking out against what is going on today and erase that, put it down the memory hole, and then you're going to be wondering, well, people used to speak out about this, but now everybody seems cool with it. So maybe we'll just be cool. It's just like what's going on with this Syrian refugee, Afghanistan refugee situation that's going on in Europe. They're staging videos. They're the one with the family on the train, as Paul Watson explained earlier in the show. By the way, I'm Rob Dew, your host. If you're watching, this is the 4th Hour of Overdrive that we're doing. Call your stations if they're not carrying this and get them to carry this. Get them to carry this. You can also watch it live, Infowars.com/show. But as I was saying, Paul Watson was talking about how the family threw themselves down on the tracks to stage a photo. Now, there is an interesting story about the little boy, and it was actually 2 boys. His brother also drowned, how they moved him to stage that photo. his dad was coming over. They were trying, his family in Canada got on radio and said, hey, we were trying to get him to come up to Canada. We were trying to find a place for him. He was trying to get his teeth fixed, so he was going into Europe to take advantage of the free healthcare system. So he was